Welcome to Calm Echoes Podcast, your gentle companion for peaceful nights. If you find this episode comforting, please consider liking and subscribing. Imagine yourself nestled in a soft, warm blanket, the gentle breeze whispering through the leaves outside your window. Let your eyelids grow heavy, your breath slow and deep. Tonight, we'll explore the quiet beauty of doing absolutely nothing, of embracing stillness and allowing ourselves to simply be. Sometimes, the most productive thing we can do is to release the pressure of doing and surrender to the quiet peace of the present moment. Let go of any thoughts that tug at your mind and allow yourself to drift into a state of deep relaxation. The world often tells us to strive, to achieve, to constantly be doing something. We're bombarded with messages about productivity and efficiency, making it easy to forget the restorative power of simply being. But like a quiet pool reflecting the moon, stillness holds a deep and profound beauty. In this quiet space, we can reconnect with ourselves, find clarity amidst the chaos, and allow our minds and bodies to truly rest. Think of a smooth, cool stone resting at the bottom of a clear stream, undisturbed by the gentle current flowing above it. That is the peace we're seeking tonight. Close your eyes, if you haven't already, and imagine a vast, starlit sky above you. Each tiny pinpoint of light is a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the smallness of our worries. Just as the stars hang suspended in the darkness, so too can we release our anxieties and allow ourselves to float in this sea of tranquility. In the stillness, we find a connection to something larger than ourselves, a sense of belonging and peace. Let the gentle rhythm of your breath be your anchor, grounding you in this moment of calm. Think of a quiet forest bathed in the soft, dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves. The air is still and cool, the only sound the gentle rustling of the trees. This is the feeling of embracing nothingness, of allowing ourselves to simply exist without the need to do anything. In this space of quiet contemplation, we can find a deep sense of renewal and rejuvenation. Let go of any lingering thoughts about the day and allow yourself to be enveloped by this sense of peaceful stillness. Imagine lying on a soft bed of moss, the earthy scent of the forest filling your senses. The world around you fades away as you sink deeper into relaxation. There's no need to strive, no need to achieve, just the gentle rhythm of your breath and the quiet stillness of the forest. Allow yourself to be held by this sense of peace, to be cradled in the arms of nature. Remember, it's perfectly okay to do nothing, to simply be. We often feel guilty for taking time for ourselves, for not constantly being productive. But just as the earth needs periods of rest and fallowness to regenerate, so too do we. Embracing nothingness isn't lazy. It's an essential part of self-care. It's in these moments of quiet contemplation that we can truly recharge and reconnect with our inner selves. Imagine a gently flowing river, its waters smooth and calm. Allow yourself to be carried along by its current, surrendering to the effortless flow of the present moment. The world can be a busy and demanding place, filled with endless to-do lists and expectations. But in the stillness, we find a sanctuary, a place of refuge, where we can escape the noise and reconnect with the quiet whispers of our own hearts. Think of a warm, gentle rain falling on your skin, washing away any stress or tension. Allow yourself to be cleansed by this sense of calm, to be renewed by the quiet power of doing nothing. As you continue to drift towards sleep, remember that doing nothing is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. It takes courage to resist the constant pressure to do more, and to embrace the quiet power of simply being. Let the gentle sounds of this podcast wash over you, carrying you deeper into a state of profound relaxation. Know that you are safe, you are loved, and you are exactly where you need to be. Less than / person 1 greater than. Less than person 1 greater than. Imagine a smooth gray stone resting at the bottom of a clear flowing river. The water rushes over it, day after day. Yet the stone remains still, unmoved, completely at peace. It doesn't strive. It doesn't struggle. It simply exists in perfect harmony with its surroundings. Sometimes, like that stone, the best thing we can do is simply be. To let the currents of life flow over us without resistance, without the need to constantly strive and push. It's in these moments of stillness that we truly find our center, our peace. Think of a vast, silent forest, bathed in the soft, dappled light of a late afternoon sun. The leaves rustle gently in the breeze, a quiet symphony of nature. Everything moves at its own slow, unhurried pace. There's no rush, no urgency. Just the gentle unfolding of existence. Sometimes, embracing this stillness, this lack of striving, is the wisest course of action. Allow yourself to simply be, to rest in the quiet embrace of the present moment. Just like the forest, find solace in the stillness. Picture a wide, open field covered in a blanket of soft, white snow. The world is hushed, muffled, blanketed in tranquility. Everything feels soft, gentle, and still. In this quiet landscape, there's a profound sense of peace, a feeling of being held and comforted by the stillness. Sometimes, we need to embrace this quietude, this lack of doing. Allow yourself to be like the snow-covered field, still, peaceful, and receptive to the gentle embrace of the present moment. There's a profound beauty in simply being. Visualize a calm, clear lake, reflecting the soft, pastel hues of a twilight sky. The water is so still it looks like glass, mirroring the beauty above. There's a profound sense of serenity in this stillness, a feeling of deep, abiding peace. Sometimes, mirroring the stillness of the lake, the best thing we can do is absolutely nothing. To let go of the need to do, to strive, to achieve, and simply be present in the quiet beauty of the moment. Just be, like the lake reflecting the sky. Find peace in the stillness. Imagine lying on a soft bed of moss, beneath the canopy of an ancient forest. The air is cool and damp, filled with the earthy scent of the woods. Sunlight filters through the leaves, creating a mosaic of light and shadow. There's a deep sense of peace here, a feeling of being held and protected by nature. Sometimes, the most productive thing we can do is nothing at all. Just as the forest floor rests beneath the trees, allow yourself to rest, to be still, to simply exist in the present moment. Find solace in the quiet embrace of doing nothing. Think of a vast, starlit sky on a clear, moonless night. Millions of tiny points of light twinkle against the deep velvet backdrop of space. The universe stretches out before you, vast, silent, and awe-inspiring. In this immensity, our worries and anxieties seem to shrink and fade away. Sometimes, like the vastness of space, the best choice is to simply be. To let go of our striving and simply exist in the quiet wonder of the present moment. Find peace in the stillness, just as the stars find peace in the night sky. Picture a gentle rain falling on a field of wildflowers. Each drop nourishes the earth, helping the flowers to grow and bloom. The rain doesn't strive or strain, it simply falls, fulfilling its purpose with effortless ease. Sometimes, like the gentle rain, the best thing we can do is simply be. To allow ourselves to be nourished by the present moment, without the need to strive or force things. Just be, and let the quiet peace of the moment wash over you. Imagine a quiet beach at dawn. The soft, pink light of the rising sun kisses the horizon, painting the sky in hues of rose and gold. The waves gently lap at the shore, a rhythmic lullaby of the sea. Everything is calm, peaceful, and serene. Sometimes, mirroring the tranquility of the dawn, the wisest choice is to simply be. To allow ourselves to be held by the quiet beauty of the moment, without the need to do, to strive, to achieve. Just be, like the quiet beach at dawn, and find peace in the stillness. Imagine a gentle stream flowing through a sun-dappled forest, its waters whispering secrets to the smooth, moss-covered stones. Sometimes, just like that stream, we need to find stillness. We need to allow ourselves to simply be, to rest in the quiet embrace of the present moment. Doing nothing isn't about being lazy or unproductive. It's about allowing ourselves to recharge, to reconnect with our inner peace, to listen to the quiet wisdom that resides within. It's about recognizing that sometimes the most productive thing we can do is absolutely nothing at all, allowing our minds and bodies to gently unwind like a slowly unfurling fern. Remember, it's okay to simply be. Think of a vast, silent desert under a blanket of twinkling stars. The desert appears still, yet beneath the surface, life teems, quietly, slowly. Similarly, within us, even in moments of stillness, there is a subtle energy, a quiet hum of being. Embracing moments of doing nothing allows us to tap into this inner stillness, this profound quietude. It gives us the space to simply exist, to appreciate the subtle beauty of the present moment, to allow our thoughts to drift like soft clouds across a summer sky. Doing nothing can be a powerful act of self-care, a way to nurture our inner landscape and cultivate a deep sense of peace. Picture a calm lake reflecting the soft hues of twilight. The surface, undisturbed, mirrors the tranquility of the sky above. In the same way, when we allow ourselves to do nothing, our minds can become still, reflecting a deep inner peace. This stillness allows us to reconnect with our true selves, to hear the whispers of our intuition, to find clarity amidst the constant chatter of the world. It's a gentle reminder that sometimes the greatest wisdom lies in simply being, in allowing ourselves to rest and rejuvenate in the quiet embrace of the present moment. Visualize a field of wildflowers swaying gently in the breeze, their vibrant colors a testament to the beauty of effortless growth. Just like these wildflowers, we don't always need to strive, to push, to force things to happen. Sometimes, the most beautiful growth occurs when we surrender to the natural rhythm of life, when we allow ourselves to simply be. Doing nothing can be a powerful catalyst for growth, allowing space for new ideas to blossom, for creative insights to emerge, for a deeper understanding of ourselves to unfold. Recall the image of that gently flowing stream, its waters carving a path through the forest with effortless ease. Sometimes, like the stream, we need to trust the natural flow of life, to surrender to the current and allow it to carry us where we need to go. Doing nothing isn't about giving up. It's about letting go of the need to control, to force, to strive. It's about embracing the wisdom of surrender, of allowing ourselves to be guided by the gentle current of life. Remember the vast desert under the starry sky. Its stillness, a testament to the power of quiet contemplation. In the same way, embracing moments of doing nothing can be a powerful form of contemplation, allowing us to connect with our inner wisdom, to gain clarity and perspective on our lives. It's a gentle reminder that sometimes the answers we seek are not found in striving, but in stillness, in the quiet depths of our own being. Think again of the calm lake, reflecting the soft light of twilight. Just as the lake's stillness allows it to perfectly mirror the sky above, so too does our inner stillness allow us to reflect on the beauty and wonder of life. Doing nothing provides us with the space to appreciate the simple joys, the subtle nuances, the quiet moments that often go unnoticed in the busyness of our day. It's a gentle invitation to pause, to breathe, to simply be present in the richness of the moment. Recall the field of wildflowers swaying gently in the breeze, their vibrant colors a testament to the beauty of effortless being. In the same way, we too can find beauty and strength in simply being, in allowing ourselves to exist without striving, without forcing. Doing nothing isn't a sign of weakness, but a sign of deep self-acceptance, a recognition that our worth is not defined by what we do, but by who we are, in the quiet stillness of our hearts. Imagine a slow, meandering river carving its path through a valley. It doesn't rush or force its way, but gently flows around obstacles, patiently shaping the landscape over time. Sometimes, like that river, the best course of action for us is to simply let things be, to allow the natural flow of life to carry us forward. We live in a culture that often glorifies constant activity, relentless progress, and the pursuit of more. Yet, there's a profound wisdom in embracing stillness, in allowing ourselves the space to simply exist, to do nothing but breathe and be present in the moment. It's in these quiet moments of inactivity that we can truly reconnect with ourselves and find a deeper sense of peace. Think of a vast, silent forest, where ancient trees stand tall, their leaves rustling softly in the gentle breeze. The forest doesn't strive or struggle, it simply exists in quiet harmony with nature's rhythm. Sometimes, we need to emulate that forest, to find solace in stillness and allow ourselves to simply be. We're often so busy doing, achieving, and striving that we forget the restorative power of simply being. It's in those moments of peaceful inactivity, like the quiet hush of a forest, that we can find a deep sense of renewal and allow our minds and bodies to rest and recharge. Embrace the quiet moments, the pauses between activities, the spaces where nothing is demanded of you but to simply exist. Picture a calm, clear lake reflecting the soft light of the setting sun. The surface is undisturbed, mirroring the tranquility of the surrounding landscape. There's a profound beauty in that stillness, a sense of peace that permeates the air. Like the lake, we too can find serenity by embracing moments of inactivity. Allowing ourselves to simply be, without the pressure to do or achieve, can be a deeply restorative practice. It's in these quiet moments, free from the demands of the world, that we can truly connect with our inner selves and find a deep sense of calm. Visualize a wide, open field covered in a blanket of freshly fallen snow. Everything is hushed, still, and blanketed in a soft, white silence. There's a profound sense of peace in that stillness, a quiet invitation to simply be present in the moment. We too can find this sense of peace by embracing the quiet moments, by allowing ourselves the space to do nothing but breathe and be. In a world that constantly demands our attention, it's a gift to allow ourselves the luxury of inactivity, to simply exist in the quiet stillness of the present moment. Much like that snow-covered field, embrace the quiet and allow yourself to be restored. Imagine a gently swaying field of wildflowers, bathed in the warm glow of the afternoon sun. The flowers don't strive to be anything other than what they are. They simply exist in their natural beauty. We too can find peace in embracing our natural state of being, in allowing ourselves to simply be, without the need to constantly do or achieve. Just as the wildflowers sway gently in the breeze, we can allow ourselves to be moved by the rhythm of life, trusting that even in stillness, there is a profound beauty and purpose. Embrace the quiet moments, the pauses between activities, and allow yourself to simply be. Think of a quiet beach at dawn, the soft waves gently lapping at the shore. The world is hushed, still awakening from its slumber. There's a deep sense of peace in that quiet stillness, an invitation to simply be present in the moment. Like the quiet beach at dawn, we too can find solace in embracing moments of inactivity. It's in these quiet times, before the demands of the day begin, that we can connect with our inner selves and find a sense of calm and clarity. Allow yourself the luxury of doing nothing, of simply being present in the quiet stillness of the moment. Picture a vast, starlit night sky, stretching out endlessly above you. The stars twinkle softly, a silent testament to the vastness of the universe. There's a profound sense of peace in that stillness, a reminder that we are a small part of something much larger than ourselves. Just as the stars shine brightly in the darkness, we too can find our own inner light by embracing moments of quiet contemplation. Allow yourself to simply be, to rest in the stillness, and to connect with the quiet wisdom that resides within. Embrace the quiet moments, the pauses between activities, and allow yourself to simply be present in the stillness. Visualize a softly flowing stream, gently winding its way through a meadow. The water doesn't rush or force its way, but flows smoothly around obstacles, finding its own natural path. Like the stream, we too can find peace by allowing ourselves to flow with the natural rhythm of life. Sometimes, the best course of action is to simply do nothing, to let go of the need to control and allow ourselves to be carried by the current of the present moment. Embrace the quiet, the stillness, and the gentle flow of life. Imagine a smooth, gray stone resting at the bottom of a clear, flowing river. The water rushes over it, carrying leaves and whispers of the wind, yet the stone remains still, undisturbed. It doesn't fight the current, it doesn't strive to move, it simply exists in perfect harmony with its surroundings. Sometimes, like that stone, the best thing we can do is simply be. Allow the worries and anxieties of the day to flow over us, without resistance, without struggle. Embrace the stillness, the quiet power of doing nothing at all. It's in these moments of peaceful inaction that we often find true rejuvenation and clarity. Remember, it's okay to simply be. Think of a vast, silent forest, bathed in the soft, dappled light of a late afternoon sun. The trees stand tall and still, their leaves gently rustling in the breeze. They don't strive to grow faster, they don't yearn for a different landscape, they simply exist in the present moment, drawing nourishment from the earth and reaching towards the sky. Sometimes, we too need to find that quiet stillness within ourselves. We need to release the urge to constantly do, to constantly achieve, and simply allow ourselves to be present in the moment, just as the trees in the forest stand tall and peaceful, drawing strength from the quiet earth below. It's in these moments of peaceful inaction that true restoration can begin. Picture a calm, wide lake reflecting the soft hues of the twilight sky. The surface of the water is barely rippled, mirroring the tranquility of the scene here. There's no need for the lake to create waves, no need to rush or change. Its stillness is its strength, its reflection a testament to its peaceful acceptance of the present moment. We too can find strength in stillness, in allowing ourselves to simply be. We don't always need to strive, to push, to force things to happen. Sometimes, the wisest course of action is to simply be, to reflect, to find peace in the quiet moments. Just as the lake mirrors the tranquility of the twilight sky, visualize a soft, white cloud drifting lazily across a vast, blue sky. It doesn't have a destination, it doesn't have a schedule, it simply floats along, carried by the gentle currents of the air. It's in this effortless drifting, this peaceful surrender to the present moment, that the cloud finds its freedom. We too can find freedom in letting go, in releasing the need to control every aspect of our lives. Sometimes, the best choice is to simply drift, to allow ourselves to be carried by the currents of life, just as the cloud drifts peacefully across the vast expanse of the sky. Imagine a field of wildflowers swaying gently in the summer breeze. Each flower stands tall and vibrant, drawing nourishment from the sun and the earth. They don't worry about tomorrow. They don't compare themselves to other flowers. They simply exist in the beauty of the present moment. We too can find peace in embracing the present moment, in letting go of worries about the future and regrets about the past. Sometimes, the wisest thing we can do is simply bloom where we are planted, just as the wildflowers sway gently in the summer breeze, drawing strength from the earth and the sun. Consider the gentle rhythm of the waves as they lap against the shore. Each wave rises and falls, a constant, soothing cycle of ebb and flow. There's a profound peace in this natural rhythm, a reminder that everything is in constant motion, a constant state of change. Just as the waves find peace in their rhythmic dance, we too can find solace in accepting the natural ebb and flow of life, in understanding that periods of activity and rest are both essential parts of the larger cycle. It's in the quiet moments, the pauses between the waves, that we find the space to breathe, to reflect, to simply be. Picture a warm, glowing ember nestled within a bed of cooling ashes. It emits a soft, gentle light, a quiet reminder of the fire that once burned brightly. Even in its stillness, there's a beauty, a quiet strength, a peaceful acceptance of its current state. Just as the ember finds peace in its quiet glow, we too can find strength in the quieter moments of our lives, in the periods of rest and reflection. These moments are not empty. They are filled with the potential for renewal, for growth, for a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Remember, it's in the stillness that we often find the greatest strength. Think of the quiet stillness of a winter landscape, blanketed in a soft layer of snow. The world appears to be asleep, yet beneath the surface, life continues to thrive. Seeds lie dormant in the earth, waiting for the warmth of spring to awaken them. Just as nature uses these periods of quiet dormancy to prepare for new growth, we too can benefit from embracing periods of rest and reflection. It's in these quiet moments, these periods of apparent inactivity, that we gather the strength and energy we need to blossom and thrive when the time is right. Welcome to Calm Echoes Podcast, your gentle companion for peaceful nights. If you find this episode comforting, please consider liking and subscribing. Imagine a slow, meandering river reflecting the soft gray of the twilight sky. Its surface barely ripples, disturbed only by the occasional drifting leaf carried by the whisper of a breeze. Doing nothing, sometimes, is like allowing yourself to be carried along by that gentle current, surrendering to the natural flow of things, resting in the quiet embrace of the present moment. It's a recognition that not every second needs to be filled with striving and doing, that stillness holds its own unique kind of power and peace. Remember, it's okay to simply be. Think of a vast, silent forest carpeted with a thick layer of moss. Sunlight dappling through the leaves overhead. The air is cool and still, filled only with the soft rustle of leaves and the distant chirping of crickets. In that stillness, there's a profound sense of peace, an invitation to just be, to let go of the need to do, to achieve, to constantly move forward. Sometimes, the most productive thing we can do is simply allow ourselves to rest, to recharge, to exist within the quiet embrace of the natural world, even if just in our minds. Imagine breathing in that cool forest air, letting it fill your lungs and calm your mind. Picture a wide, empty beach at dawn. The sand is smooth and cool beneath your bare feet. The waves gently lap at the shore, their rhythmic ebb and flow a soothing lullaby. The sky is a soft palette of pastel pinks and blues, a gentle awakening before the brilliance of the day. Doing nothing in moments like these is not laziness, but a form of self-care. It's about honoring your need for rest and rejuvenation, allowing yourself to simply exist within the beauty of the moment, like the gentle sway of the seagrass in the shallows, undisturbed and at peace. Imagine lying in a field of wildflowers, the scent of clover and chamomile drifting on the gentle breeze. Honeybees hum lazily from blossom to blossom. Butterflies dance in the air, their wings catching the sunlight. The clouds drift slowly overhead, their shapes shifting and morphing in the vast blue expanse. There's a deep sense of serenity in just being present, observing the effortless beauty of the natural world unfolding around you, without the need to interfere, to control, to change anything. It's enough to simply be, a part of this quiet, unfolding miracle. Visualize a clear, starlit night, far from the city lights. The moon hangs high in the sky, casting a silvery glow on the sleeping landscape. The air is crisp and cool, and the only sound is the gentle whisper of the wind through the trees. Doing nothing at times like these allows us to connect with something larger than ourselves, to feel a sense of belonging within the vastness of the universe, to understand that our own small struggles and triumphs are part of a larger, timeless rhythm. Just breathe and be present in the quiet majesty of the night. Think of a quiet, snow-covered landscape. The world is hushed, blanketed in a layer of soft, white silence. Snowflakes drift lazily from the sky, each one unique and intricate. The air is crisp and clean, carrying the faint scent of pine. In this stillness, there's a profound sense of peace, a reminder that even in the depths of winter, there is a quiet beauty, a time for rest and reflection. Sometimes, doing nothing is the most appropriate response to the world, a way of honoring the natural rhythms of life, like the slow, steady fall of snowflakes on a winter's night. Imagine yourself curled up in a cozy armchair by a crackling fire. A warm blanket is draped over you, and a cup of herbal tea steams gently on the table beside you. Rain patters softly against the window pane, creating a soothing, rhythmic backdrop to the quiet of the room. In moments like these, doing nothing is not a sign of weakness, but a recognition of our own humanity, our need for rest and replenishment. It's an opportunity to reconnect with ourselves, to nurture our inner peace, like the warm glow of the fire emanating outwards, embracing everything in its gentle warmth. Picture a calm lake at sunrise. The water is still and glassy, reflecting the soft hues of the dawning sky. Mist hangs low over the surface, creating a sense of mystery and enchantment. The air is cool and fresh, carrying the faint scent of dew-kissed grass. In the stillness of these early hours, before the world awakens, there's a profound sense of peace, an invitation to simply be present, to witness the quiet unfolding of a new day, like the gentle ripples spreading outwards from a single drop of water, disturbing the surface but ultimately returning to stillness. Less than, person one greater than. Less than, person one greater than. Imagine a smooth gray stone resting at the bottom of a clear stream. The water flows over it, around it, never disturbing its quiet stillness. It doesn't strive, it doesn't struggle, it simply exists in perfect harmony with its surroundings. Sometimes, like that stone, the best thing we can do is simply be. Embrace the quiet moments, the pauses between the breaths, the stillness within the activity. Allow yourself the gentle luxury of doing nothing, of simply existing. It's in these moments of peaceful inaction that we often find our truest selves, replenished, and ready to face the world with renewed calmness. Let the current of life flow around you, carrying away any worries or anxieties, leaving you smooth and serene, like that stone in the stream. Think of a vast, silent forest, bathed in the soft, dappled light of late afternoon. The trees stand tall and still, their leaves rustling gently in the breeze. They don't strive for attention, they don't demand anything, they simply exist in quiet majesty. We too can find peace in simply being, in embracing the stillness, in allowing ourselves to rest. The world often tells us we need to be constantly doing, achieving, striving. But sometimes, the wisest choice is to do nothing at all. To simply breathe, to simply be present in the moment, to allow ourselves the gentle grace of inaction. It's in these quiet moments of repose that we find our strength, our resilience, our inner peace. Picture a calm, wide lake reflecting the soft hues of the twilight sky. The surface is undisturbed, mirroring the stillness of the evening. There's a profound beauty in that quietude, in the absence of ripples and waves. Sometimes, the most productive thing we can do is nothing at all. To simply be present, to allow ourselves to rest and recharge, to embrace the quiet moments like a warm embrace. It's in the stillness that we find clarity, in the silence that we hear the whispers of our own intuition. Give yourself permission to do nothing, to simply be, and discover the profound peace that resides within. Visualize a soft, white cloud drifting lazily across a boundless blue sky. It doesn't have a destination, it doesn't have an agenda, it simply exists, moving effortlessly with the gentle currents of the air. We too can find freedom in letting go, in releasing the need to constantly strive and achieve. Sometimes, the bravest act is to do nothing at all. To simply be present in the moment, to allow ourselves to drift along the gentle currents of life, trusting that we will arrive exactly where we need to be. Embrace the quiet power of inaction, the gentle strength of simply being. Imagine a field of wildflowers swaying gently in the summer breeze. Each blossom stands tall and vibrant, yet they don't strain or struggle. They simply exist, basking in the warmth of the sun, drawing nourishment from the earth. Just like those wildflowers, we can find strength in stillness, in allowing ourselves to simply be. We don't always need to be striving, reaching, pushing. Sometimes, the most profound growth comes from within, from the quiet moments of reflection, from the gentle embrace of inaction. Allow yourself to bloom where you are planted, to draw strength from the quiet moments, to find peace in simply being. Think of a warm, sandy beach lapped by the gentle rhythm of the waves. The tide ebbs and flows, a constant reminder of the natural cycles of rest and activity. Sometimes, like the receding tide, we need to pull back, to rest, to recharge. It's not a sign of weakness, but a sign of wisdom. The world often tells us we need to be constantly on the go, but true strength comes from knowing when to pause, when to simply be. Embrace the quiet moments, the gentle rhythm of life, and allow yourself the deep restoration that comes from doing nothing at all. Consider the quiet majesty of a snow-covered mountain. It stands tall and silent, a testament to the power of stillness. It doesn't strive, it doesn't struggle, it simply exists in perfect harmony with its environment. We too can find strength and resilience in embracing the stillness, in allowing ourselves to rest and recharge. The world is often a noisy, chaotic place, but within us, there is a quiet center, a place of peace and tranquility. It's in these moments of quiet contemplation that we find our true strength, our inner peace, our connection to something larger than ourselves. Visualize a clear night sky, sprinkled with countless twinkling stars. They shine brightly, yet they don't demand attention. They simply exist, radiating their light in the vast expanse of the universe. We too can find peace in simply being, in allowing ourselves to shine without striving, without needing to prove anything. Sometimes, the greatest act of self-care is to do nothing at all, to simply be present in the moment, to allow ourselves to rest and recharge, to appreciate the quiet beauty of existence. Imagine a smooth gray stone resting at the bottom of a clear, flowing stream. The water rushes over it, carrying away bits of sand and worry, yet the stone remains unmoved, perfectly still. It doesn't fight the current. It doesn't strive to reach the surface. It simply exists, accepting the gentle caress of the water, finding peace in its stillness. Sometimes, like that stone, the best choice we can make is to simply be, to allow ourselves the quiet grace of doing nothing at all. It can be a powerful act of self-care, a gentle embrace of the present moment. Think of a vast, silent forest, bathed in the soft, dappled light of late afternoon. The leaves rustle softly in the breeze, a quiet whisper of contentment. The trees stand tall and still, drawing strength from the earth below. They don't strive to grow faster. They don't reach for the fleeting clouds. They simply exist, rooted and strong, embracing the stillness of their being. We too can find that deep sense of rootedness within ourselves, a peaceful strength that comes from accepting the present moment, just as it is, without striving or forcing. Sometimes, doing nothing is the wisest and most restorative action we can take. Picture a wide, open field covered in a blanket of freshly fallen snow. Everything is hushed, blanketed in a serene layer of white. The world feels quiet, peaceful, held in a gentle stillness. There's no need to rush, no need to strive. The beauty of the moment is enough. Just as the snow-covered field rests in quiet contemplation, we too can allow ourselves to rest, to embrace the quiet beauty of doing nothing. It's in these moments of stillness that we often find the deepest connection to ourselves and the world around us. Visualize a calm, still lake, reflecting the soft hues of the twilight sky. The surface is undisturbed, a perfect mirror of the peace above. There's no ripple of discontent, no wave of urgency, just a deep, abiding stillness. We can find that same stillness within ourselves, a peaceful reflection of the quiet beauty that surrounds us. Sometimes, the most profound action we can take is to simply be, to allow ourselves the space to rest and recharge, just like the tranquil surface of the lake. Consider the slow, steady rhythm of your own breath, the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the quiet whisper of air moving in and out. There's no need to force it, no need to control it. It simply is, a constant, gentle reminder of the present moment. Just as your breath flows naturally, effortlessly, so too can you allow yourself to flow with the rhythm of life, embracing the peace of doing nothing when it feels right. It's a gift you give yourself, a moment of quiet contemplation amidst the busyness of the world. Imagine a warm, sandy beach at the edge of a vast, tranquil ocean. The waves gently lap against the shore, a soothing, rhythmic lullaby. The sand stretches out before you, warm and inviting. There's no need to do anything but breathe and be. Just as the beach rests in peaceful surrender to the ocean's embrace, we too can surrender to the present moment, allowing ourselves the quiet joy of doing nothing. Sometimes, the most productive thing we can do is to simply rest, to allow ourselves to be replenished by the stillness. Think of a vast, starlit sky on a clear, crisp night. The stars twinkle gently, distant and serene. The world feels vast and quiet, holding you in its gentle embrace. There's no need to reach for the stars, no need to understand their mysteries. Their quiet beauty is enough. Just as the stars shine in their own time and space, so too can you allow yourself to shine, to embrace the quiet beauty of your own being, without striving or forcing. Sometimes, the most powerful choice is to simply be, to rest in the stillness of the present moment. Picture a field of wildflowers swaying gently in the summer breeze. Each flower stands tall and vibrant, a testament to the simple beauty of existence. They don't strive to be different. They don't compare themselves to one another. They simply are, embracing the fullness of their being. Just like the wildflowers, we too can find peace in simply being, in accepting ourselves and the present moment just as they are. Sometimes, the most beautiful choice we can make is to do nothing at all, to allow ourselves to bloom where we are planted. Imagine a slow, meandering river, curving through a sun-drenched meadow. The water glides effortlessly, reflecting the sky and the wispy clouds drifting by. Sometimes the best course of action is to simply be like that river, to allow yourself to be carried by the gentle current of life, rather than struggling against it. Doing nothing doesn't mean you're stagnant. It simply means you're embracing the stillness, allowing yourself to be replenished by the quiet moments. It's in these pauses, these spaces of gentle inactivity, that we often find the most profound sense of peace and rejuvenation. Let the world rush by, if it must, and allow yourself the luxury of simply being. Think of a vast, silent forest, bathed in the soft, dappled light of late afternoon. The trees stand tall and still, their leaves rustling softly in the breeze. They don't strive or strain. They simply exist, drawing strength from the earth and the sun. Sometimes, the wisest choice is to emulate the quiet strength of those trees, to stand firm in our own stillness, and allow ourselves to be nourished by the quiet moments. Doing nothing doesn't signify a lack of purpose, but rather a deep understanding of the power of rest and reflection. Embrace the quiet, the stillness, and allow yourself to be restored by the gentle embrace of nothingness. Picture a smooth gray stone resting on the sandy shore, washed over by the gentle rhythm of the waves. The stone doesn't resist the tide, it simply allows itself to be cradled by the water, worn smooth by the endless ebb and flow. Sometimes, the most profound action is to be like that stone, to surrender to the natural rhythms of life, and allow ourselves to be shaped by the gentle forces around us. Embrace the quiet moments, the pauses, the spaces between the breaths. They are not empty, but filled with the potential for renewal and profound peace. Visualize a quiet, starlit night. The vast expanse of the heavens stretching out above you. The stars don't flicker with anxiety or rush towards their destination. They shine with a steady, unwavering light. Sometimes, the greatest wisdom lies in mirroring the serenity of the stars, in allowing ourselves to be present in the moment, without striving or straining. Doing nothing doesn't mean giving up. It means allowing ourselves to be guided by a deeper wisdom, a quiet, inner knowing. Embrace the stillness, the silence, and allow yourself to be filled with the gentle peace of the night. Imagine a calm, clear lake reflecting the soft hues of the dawn sky. The surface of the water is undisturbed, mirroring the tranquility of the early morning. Sometimes, the most restorative choice is to be like that lake, to allow our inner world to become still and reflective, mirroring the peace of the natural world. Embrace the quiet, the stillness, the gentle unfolding of the day. Allow yourself to be refreshed by the simple act of doing nothing. It is in these moments of quiet contemplation that we often find the greatest clarity and peace. Consider a vast, empty desert, stretching out to the horizon under a blazing sun. The desert appears barren, yet it teems with life, hidden beneath the surface, waiting for the opportune moment. Sometimes, doing nothing is the most productive action, allowing the seeds of inspiration to germinate beneath the surface of our awareness. Embrace the stillness, the quiet, the apparent emptiness. It is often in these moments of seeming inactivity that the most profound growth occurs. Think of a delicate spider web, glistening with dew in the early morning light. The spider doesn't force the web into existence. It patiently spins, thread by thread, creating a masterpiece of intricate beauty. Sometimes, the best approach is to emulate the spider, to work with the natural flow of life, allowing our creations to unfold organically, without force or strain. Embrace the quiet moments, the pauses, the spaces in between. They are not wasted time, but essential for the gentle unfolding of our potential. Imagine a field of wildflowers, swaying gently in the breeze. They don't compete for attention, they simply bloom, each in its own time, adding to the vibrant tapestry of the meadow. Sometimes, the wisest choice is to be like those wildflowers, to allow ourselves to bloom in our own time, without comparing ourselves to others. Doing nothing doesn't imply a lack of ambition, but rather a deep acceptance of our own unique rhythm and pace. Embrace the stillness, the quiet, the gentle unfolding of your own potential. Allow yourself to simply be. Welcome to Calm Echoes Podcast, your gentle companion for peaceful nights. If you find this episode comforting, please consider liking and subscribing. Imagine a still pond reflecting the soft glow of twilight. The surface barely ripples, mirroring the quiet strength of the trees that stand sentinel around its edge. Sometimes, the most profound action we can take is to simply be still, like that tranquil water, allowing the world to reflect within us, undisturbed and serene. It's a counterintuitive notion in our bustling world, isn't it? We're constantly told to strive, to achieve, to fill every moment with purpose. Yet, there's a profound wisdom in embracing stillness, in allowing ourselves the space to simply exist, like a slow-moving cloud drifting effortlessly across a vast, twilight sky. Exactly. Think of a gentle rain falling on a field of wildflowers. Each drop nourishes the earth, quietly and without fanfare. Sometimes, doing nothing is the most fertile ground for growth, allowing us to replenish our inner resources, like that gentle rain replenishing the earth. We live in a culture that often glorifies busyness. We wear our packed schedules like badges of honor. But what if true productivity lies not in doing more, but in being more present? Like a single leaf falling from a tree, surrendering to the gentle pull of gravity, we too can surrender to the natural rhythm of life. It takes courage to resist the urge to constantly do, to fill every silence with activities. It's in these quiet moments, these pauses between the notes, that we find our deepest connection to ourselves and to the world around us, like the quiet spaces between the stars, vast and filled with untold wonders. Imagine lying on a soft bed of moss, the dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves above. The world continues its rhythm around you, but you are at peace. Simply existing in that moment, doing nothing, can be an act of profound self-care, a way to nurture our weary souls. Think of the vast, silent depths of the ocean. Beneath the surface waves, there exists a world of profound tranquilities. Similarly, within each of us lies a wellspring of stillness, a place of quiet refuge where we can reconnect with our inner peace, a place as deep and calming as the ocean floor. It's not about being lazy or unproductive. It's about recognizing that sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is to simply be. Like a smooth, gray stone resting on a riverbed, worn smooth by the constant flow of water, we too can find peace in simply allowing life to flow around us. Perhaps tonight, as you drift off to sleep, consider the quiet power of doing nothing. Allow yourself to simply be, to rest in the stillness, to embrace the quiet spaces between your thoughts. Let the gentle rhythm of your breath be your only guide, like the slow, steady beat of a distant drum. Thank you for spending this quiet time with us. Whether you're winding down, driving, or simply taking a break, may peace follow you beyond these moments. Until next time, take care. Goodbye.